Hey there and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about the lying leg raise. This is an incredible exercise for your core, and it's going to be placing a little bit more emphasis on the lower portion of your core, so like your lower ab region. Now keep in mind, this will not completely isolate your lower abs. That's not how it works, but it is definitely going to add more tension in that area. So the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you keep your hands right underneath your lower back. Or not underneath your lower back, but underneath it's called the coccyx bone. And you want to keep it right underneath there, creating almost like a diamond shape. And then you want to make sure that you keep your head back and that you keep your core tight and that you breathe out when you're bringing your legs up. But before we continue with more tips and also mistakes at the end of the video, here's a word from today's video sponsor.
I'm today's video sponsor, and if you'd like help losing fat or gaining muscle, there are a few ways I can help you down below. Either set up a free consultation with us, purchase one of our free affiliate links, or purchase one of our instant access affordable training programs. Can't wait to be of service to you. Now let's get back to the rest of the video.
So like I said, you just want to make sure that you're breathing out when you're bringing your legs up and that you're breathing in when you're bringing your legs down. Whenever you're doing the vast majority of core exercise, you want to make sure that your breathing is definitely in control, meaning that you're breathing out when you're contracting and that you're breathing in when you're not contracting. You can even do this exercise now. Don't do this exact exercise now. I mean more like the breathing component. So fill your stomach up with air and then just squeeze your core without letting the air out. You'll feel a contraction, sure, but really try to breathe out completely till you have no breath left, and then squeeze your core. You're going to feel a way better contraction. So whenever you're training core, whether it's this exercise or any other exercise, you want to make sure that you're focusing mainly on that breathing component. Now, the next thing I want to do is also talk about the range of motion here. So notice that I'm bringing my legs all the way down. My heels are basically tapping the floor as I'm doing this, and my lower back is not arching. That's why you want to keep your hands underneath there. That's going to create some space for your lower back to be pushed down into the empty space. Do not arch your lower back. You will get injured if you do this exercise arching your lower back. So keep your core tight the whole time and then just allow that stretch to take place when you're bringing your legs down. Also, what you want to do is make sure that you're bringing your legs up to past the perpendicular mark. So meaning that your knees should go behind your hips. So you want to make sure that you're bringing your legs as far back as possible. So basically you want to make sure your legs, when they're facing upward right here, to be as far close to your chest as possible. And this is pretty much as far as you're going to be able to go. And also make sure that you're doing it in a nice, slow and controlled tempo. Don't rush it. Don't drop your legs and throw it back up. You can also bend your knees if you want to make it easier or not go as low, but I recommend you go as low as you can possibly. These are mistakes you want to avoid. You don't want to be doing little half reps at the top like this. You also don't want to bend your knees excessively like this either, unless you're really a beginner. You also want to make sure you don't keep your hands out to the side like that. That's not good. Also, another common mistake is keeping your head up. Don't keep your head up. Make sure that you keep your head as far back as you can. That way you don't place any unnecessary strain on your neck.